Guys, thank you all very much for coming as we wind down this amazing day of connections, experiences, new relationships, new things. We're so excited to end the night in this way, in this what's going to be a really relaxing and amazing experience with Caley Alyssa, and Tim Fain. Thank you to Smarty Pants for making this happen. Sit back, enjoy. Um, what a great way to cap off an amazing Saturday at Revitalize. And I'm going to pass this off to Kaylee. She'll explain what Yoga Nidra is.
Thanks, Pete. So I'm actually going to let Tim talk first. Thank you, Pete.
You know what? Is this one working? Yeah, it is. Oh, this is magical down here. This whole weekend, it's really been a really beautiful experience for me. Let me try your mic real quick. Is that better? Yeah, it's much better. I feel like, if music can't save the world, then maybe what it can do is get people into a state of mind where we figure out the why of what we're all doing. The sort of the urgency and the motivation for connecting and for really coming together as just a whole group of us, humanity, trying to figure out what we're doing and why we're doing it. And I also was thinking today about music as breath. We tell our stories up here, but we do it with these old instruments. This instrument's about 301 years old, and the bow is like the breath. And you draw it up and down, and it creates this these musical phrases through this motion. And I really do think that music can connect us to a deeper sense of breath and this cycle of in and out. And I think that for me at least is very profound. So I'll pass it along to Caley, and I'm really looking forward to this. This is something new for me as far as this sleep yoga. I'm just really fascinated and enchanted by this whole thing. You can't sleep. We're going to try to lull you into a deep sleep.
We are. I met Tim at a mindbodygreen revitalize, or mindbodygreen dinner, supper club dinner in Brooklyn a little over a year ago. And he and I have become fast friends, and I adore him. And the moment I heard him play, my jaw was on the floor, as I'm sure all of yours were last night when you heard him. And I'm honored to be here and leading this Nidra for all of you and facilitating this experience. So this is about deep relaxation. Yogic sleep, Yoga Nidra, is an ancient technique. It's nothing new. It's having a little bit of a resurgence, but I think in a few years you'll all know it well, and hopefully there will be more people guiding and teaching it soon. So that's it. We're going to get started. So lie down, make sure you're comfortable, close your eyes, cover them with something if you have something available to do that. All right, so welcome. Welcome yourself to this Yoga Nidra practice. Tonight, we honor the Gemini new moon, which presents us with an opportunity to change our mindset. Becoming aware of our emotions and the emotions of others without becoming reactive. Slowing down and turning inward due to Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto all being in retrograde. We align with this energy to ground ourselves. And we take this time to look at where we are, how we're blocking our own expansion due to limiting beliefs, where we're holding on too tightly that we need to loosen our grip. we tune into our larger life lessons and grow our sense of integrity. We gather here to acknowledge and perpetuate this weekend's themes of receptivity, connection, growth, and belonging. We open our minds to the possibility that the world may include truths that don't quite make sense to us yet. Let your feet relax out to the sides and your hands lie open and receptive towards the sky. Make sure that you're absolutely supported and comfortable. Our practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. As your body rests here on the ground, begin to become aware of the way your energy is moving through your body. And begin to become aware of how your breath moves through your body. And as you observe your breath coming and going, ebbing and flowing, start to surrender your thought process to what you are actually feeling in this moment. Not what you're emotionally feeling, but rather your sensory perception of what is present now. Allow your ears to dance from sound to sound to sound. First, registering these sounds to something that is external from you. And then take these sounds inside of you, noticing that although it may be generated from outside, it's only fully experienced inside of you. And so with that realization, you now know that you can perceive sound that then becomes exactly what it is. This means that you have the opportunity to program any external noises that may be distracting as reminders for you to come back to this practice. Because although this Yoga Nidra has been popularly called yogic sleep, and it is yogic sleep, but what that means is actually to awaken through sleep. And when you notice your body wanting to fall asleep, let it. Your task is to effortlessly remain present with another part of yourself that will sustain awareness throughout this entire experience. And that piece is your subconscious mind. Ideally, that even the thinking mind, the thinking part of your brain will fall asleep, so that what remains is completely pure, sweet awareness. Spend the next 7 breaths consciously constructing the shape of the abdomen as you inhale, And on the exhale, leaving the body with ease, the breath allows your navel to gently rest back towards your spine. And what you're doing with this specific breath pattern is shifting your nervous system from a fight or flight to rest and digest. It's here in this parasympathetic nervous system that you turn on your body's innate inner mechanisms for healing. These mechanisms for healing include a cocktail of different chemicals which are secreted from your endocrine system. So as you embrace these 7 abdominal breaths and become increasingly fascinated and curious about them, so that more of your attention is funneled into the act of breathing, into the act of healing. And as you arrive at the 7th breath, the 7th exhalation, you now release any control that you've had over your breath. You allow it to ebb and flow naturally, all on its own. You allow your body to be breathed. So that the very act of breathing is one of surrendered action. And you begin to trust this innate intelligence that has been animating you your entire life to continue the flow of your breath. As you feel yourself relinquish that control of the pattern of your breath, you can move your attention of your mind into your heart. And as you open up the part of your heart that has a mind, you start to call forth your resolve. Or you start to get clear upon your intention for this practice. This intention can be called a sankalpa. And if you already have a sankalpa or resolve that you're working with, please continue to do so and use the same one. And as you reveal the sankalpa to yourself, there's some guidelines on how to author this sentence. You want to use positive language in the present moment and begin with the pronoun I, so that it's very clear who this intention is for. We don't use sankalpa for material needs or selfish gain, but rather to refine and redefine your personality so that you might be more available to serve the greater good. For example, if you've noticed that you feel stuck in beliefs of unworthiness or find yourself not feeling valued, you could make your sankalpa a remedy to that. Very simply put, I am valid. And you could also use this sankalpa for any limiting belief that might be surfacing in your life. Or you can use your sankalpa to call something into your life. Like, I trust my intuition. I live from my heart. I am awake. Something like this. It's personal and it's yours. And so allow your heart to reveal a resolve that will impact your own personal, unique life. Tonight we will begin by working through sharpening your mind. So for the next little while, start to track backwards your day, beginning from 1/2 hour before you started this Yoga Nidra practice. What were you doing? Who were you talking to? And what did it feel like? You'll move backwards through your day in 1/2 hour increments until you arrive at your beginning of your day, until you arrive at your morning. This will strengthen your ability to remember and recall, to remember the general idea of where you were, who you were with, and how it felt. I'll give you some time to do this. And as you continue to walk backward in time throughout your day, stay in a steady seat of non-judgment. Like an objective observer, no commentary. Just a simple recollection of where you were, what you did, and how it felt. When you arrive at your morning, pause at the moment of waking up. Remember what that felt like just moments before you woke up this morning. And allow yourself to remember what it felt like to be sleeping. With your awareness still present, what did it feel like when you were in deep sleep? You may notice your body getting heavier. You may notice your body getting heavy at this remembrance. And allow yourself to feel that heaviness. And continue to observe the sensation and the feeling of deep sleep. And the part of you that is aware continues to be aware. And you notice how light that awareness is. These two polarities existing at exactly the same time. The heaviness of sleep and the lightness of awareness. Allow your body to fall asleep and certain aspects of your mind to fall asleep as you keep your awareness awake and present. Now bring your attention to the space just above the forehead, directly between your eyebrows, on the surface of the skin. This is the surface of the third eye center. And as you breathe in, imagine that you could create a little energetic pathway that moves from this surface point of the third eye center deep back into the space directly behind the area between your ears. This is the home of your pineal gland and the root of the third eye. Now, as you breathe out, you move energy from the root of the third eye back through to the surface of the brow center. And you feel that this pattern of energy exchange from the inner to the outer world and back is moving you. And the more time you spend traveling between these two sacred landmarks, what is revealed at your pineal gland at the center of your head is a bright blue star. The life force exchange continues from the third eye root to the third eye surface and back. And as it does, this blue star gets ever more radiant at your pineal gland. This blue star connects your third eye to your heart center as well. And you start to breathe this life force now between the third eye and the heart space, further deepening the connection between the two. Now draw your attention to your right thumb. And as you do so, the blue star follows, shining warmly out from the center of the right thumb and filling the space around the right thumb. Allow yourself to feel the right thumb with every single morsel of your being and see it illuminate with this bright blue light. Watch this blue star as it moves into your right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. It shines into the palm of your right hand, the back of the right hand, and the wrist. The star moves up into the right forearm, elbow, warms through your upper arm and into your right shoulder. It shines brightly down into the right underarm and it begins to weave through each of the right ribs. And from the ribs, it trickles down into the right waistline and fills the waist with a bright blue light. This light moves down into the right hip and into the right thigh and knee and lower leg. Feel your right ankle, heel, the sole of your right foot, the top of your right foot. Feel your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Now feel the entire right side of your body light up with these tiny blue stars, creating the most beautiful constellation of light throughout your entire right side. Your whole right side. Now your attention moves into your left thumb, and the blue star follows, shining warmly out into the space inside and around the left thumb. Allow yourself to feel your left thumb with every morsel of your being, and see it illuminate with this bright, warm blue light. Watch it as it moves from the thumb to the left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. The blue star shines into the palm of your left hand and the back of your left hand, and into the wrist. It warms up into the left forearm, elbow, upper arm, and the left shoulder. Moves into the left underarm and trickles down through the left ribs. The blue light shines into the left waistline and fills all the way down into the left hip, into the thigh and the knee, into the lower leg. Feel your left ankle, heel, the sole of your left foot, the top of your left foot, your big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Now feel the entire left side of your body light with these blue stars, creating the most beautiful constellation of light throughout your entire left side. The whole left side of the body. This blue star now travels up the back sides of the body, starting with the soles of both of your feet. Moves into the backs of your heels, the calves, the knees, hamstrings, and the buttocks. The blue star warms into the back of the pelvis, and from there it nestles into the base of the spine and travels all the way up, bringing light, warmth, and awareness to each and every vertebra. And once you've traveled up your entire spine, including your neck, feel your whole entire spine together. The blue star pulses at the back of your skull, and then it moves to the crown of the head, to the forehead, the brow line, the eyeballs in each of their sockets. From the eyeballs, the star moves back into the sinuses and nasal passageways, and then it illuminates your entire nose. This blue light spreads from the nose out into both cheeks, and from the cheeks out into both ears. The light trickles down to your lips, your tongue, your entire mouth, into the chin. It grows out to the sides of your head, and you feel the whole face and the whole head all together. And from there it moves down into the neck, and from the neck down into your chest. You feel the right side of your chest, the left side of your chest, and both sides together. Feel your abdomen along with the presence of the blue star there. From the abdomen down into the pelvis, to the fronts of both legs together, and into the feet. The blue star makes its way down to all 10 toes. Now feel your entire right leg and your entire left leg and both legs together. Add your torso. Feel your entire right arm, your entire left arm, both arms together, along with your torso and your legs. Now add your head. And as you add your head, you feel your entire whole body all together. Your whole body. And notice that as you feel your entire body, every spot that was touched by the blue star lights up. And now you have the most spectacularly beautiful constellation of lights throughout your entire body. And you become aware of the space between each of the blue stars. Your physical body begins to melt away as you move into this spacious, vast awareness. And at first, the spaciousness is between each of the blue stars that has been placed throughout the body. But eventually it begins to expand, so much bigger than the body, beyond the boundaries of your skin. You feel the space expand out into this tent and beyond. Allow yourself to be increasingly aware of this vast, expansive space. Notice that a part of you is moving into deeper levels of sleep. And let that happen while maintaining a piece of yourself aware. It's awareness that is awake. The rest can fall asleep. And as you move into this altered state whereby the body's sleeping, part of your mind sleeps as well. But you're very much aware in this state. Here in this space, you can allow for a random release of thought. If something comes up, let it go like steam exiting a kettle. And then you will return your awareness to the space between the brows, the third eye center. And in this space, you sit at the doorway to an infinite number of possibilities and potentials. And as you arrive in the doorway, you remind yourself that you are safe and that it's okay to feel. And as the different experiences are named, you will allow yourself to feel it because you are safe. What does it feel like to be closed-minded? To lack the ability to go beyond what you already know and be in such a tightly narrowed focus that you're completely unavailable to receive any new information. You're closed. Repeating the same known circumstances time and time again. Are there any emotions or sensations associated with closed-mindedness? Feel this closed state begin to expand outward into the space all around you until there's no remembrance of it at all. And you experience yourself opening into the infinite possibilities. Allow this to ignite your curiosity as you open your mind. Allow yourself to become more and more open to exploring the unknown. The more time you spend in the unknown, you recognize that it's more fun and expansive in the unknown, with the opportunity to alter the course of your reality, to learn something new and to create something for yourself that you've never experienced before. The unknown soon becomes a place that you crave. What does curiosity and unknown feel like? Are there emotions or sensations associated with open-mindedness? Now release this experience to the unknown and return to your center, your third eye. Rest here and observe your body breathing the stillness that has come over you. The effortlessness that it takes you to stay here. And notice the body is sleeping, but the mind is aware. What does it feel like to be stuck in your lower mind? The part of your mind that beats you up or takes you down or doesn't have trust or sits in judgment or whatever the multitude of layers of the lower mind expresses. How does this limit and contract you? In your own personal way of lower mind activation, what is the typical pattern that arises within you? And what does that feel like when your lower mind is active? Allow that part of your mind to settle back into sleep. And now connect with the part of your mind, the awakened mind, that operates from intuition and is in a deeper state of knowing. Connect with the part of your mind that is elevated, that has more uplifted feeling to it, and that also includes contentment. What does it feel like to be opening from this higher mind, this awakened mind? Allow this part of your mind to go into full awakening until it dissolves into absolutely everything. Now release this and come back to the space at the center of the forehead, the third eye. And feel yourself whole again here. Feel yourself in wholeness. And as you allow yourself to have this experience of wholeness, you notice all the fragmented parts of yourself begin to return home to your heart center. And your soul coalesces in your heart. And you'd recognize the perfection of this moment. And as you feel the perfection of this exact moment and all of the moments that led up to this moment, we will move into visualizations. You find yourself in a dark room. And within the darkness of this room, you curiously begin to ponder, where am I? And as you ask this question, a light turns on. And as you look around, you notice that you're in a beautifully designed room for your taste and your flavor. And it feels very much home. And perhaps this is the home of your dreams or an environment where you feel very comfortable, where your heart feels at home. And as you look around this amazing space, you notice that there's a table with 7 chairs. And it would appear that as soon as you notice it, the room vignettes so that this table and these 7 chairs are the only thing that's there now. And as you go over to the chair, it pulls out in front of you and becomes obvious that this is where you are meant to sit, and so you do. And on that seat, there are instructions. And the instructions are, you may pick 6 people to fill the seats around you, dead or alive, known or unknown. And these 6 people that you choose are ones you would like to be more like or learn from. Maybe they inspire you, or you would like to simply absorb their wisdom. But in essence, you are gathering your counsel. You can place anyone there that you would like. So take your time. Who are the people that you would like to learn from, or that you are inspired by as mentors or teachers or loved ones? Slowly but surely, one by one. And as you see all 7 seats filled, no words are exchanged at all. The space is silent, and everyone in the circle begins to join hands. And everyone in the circle begins to go into their heart space. And everyone in the circle begins to radiate their essence and their love. And what comes through is a light wave. And the being bodies disappear, and you are all replaced with pure light. And this light is filled with information. And even with your eyes closed, you see all of these lights glowing so brightly around you, joined by a string of thin lights. And each of the beings around the table stays in their heart space. There is a merging and a melding of high teachings. You become a little more like each and every person, each and every one, the longer you stay in your heart. Not only do you share your deepest wisdom, but you receive all of their wisdom. Feel your heart expand. The body is sleeping, the mind awake, the heart active. You are filled with the wisdom of all these beings, the best of the best, their highest teachings. And as you are in this portal of receptivity in the very center of your heart, and the center of this light, you notice that you're surrounded by a sort of golden, glowing egg. Inside of this golden egg is you as a brand new life. You first see yourself as a baby, a toddler, a young child, an adolescent, a teenager, a young adult. And you even experience yourself as an elder. Each of these phases of life simultaneously present within this one golden egg. All the while you maintain presence in your heart. Your body's sleeping, and the mind is aware. And you ask that every single cell of your body be activated, to be awakened, to be healed into wholeness, full awakening. You feel your body as one unit inside of this golden egg, and here you plant the seeds of your Sankalpa again. And you feel it coming true right now. And you're grateful. Now slowly you become aware that you're being breathed. And you begin to deepen your breath and increase your presence. And allow yourself to consciously shape 3 more deep abdominal breaths into the body. And as you bring yourself back into your body, this awakened self, into greater degrees of presence and awareness. Once you're complete with those 3 conscious breaths, the 4th inhale can bring back tiny movements into the body. Feel your eyeballs move in their sockets, side to side, up and down. And let that movement erupt into different areas of the body, maybe rocking the head side to side, wiggling the fingers and the toes. It might even erupt into one more stretch, reaching the arms overhead, lengthening, creating space. And when you're ready, slowly transition onto your right side, coming into a fetal position, creating support for your head with your arm or an additional blanket. Just rest there for a moment. And notice how that one change in movement changes your energy. And very slowly, keeping your eyes closed, very gently begin to find your way up into a seated position. Let your hands find their way to your heart. And let's find Pankasana tonight. So place one hand on your heart center and the other hand right on top of that. 2 little pancakes, one on top of the other. And just take a moment to feel the beating of the heart in the chest. And tune back into that frequency of gratitude, of receptivity. Tune back into feeling connected, to finding growth and belonging. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. And with that, we'll bow all the way forward to the earth and to each other. And take a moment here As you're bowed forward, just a sliver at first, begin to blink your eyes open. And then you can blink them all the way to open. And when you're ready, you can come back up. So before you say anything, just take a moment to look around you. Look at the people around you. Look at the space around you. Take in the sensations. Feel the breeze against your skin. Listen to the chirping of the crickets. And just realize how blessed you truly are to be here right now. And thank you for practicing with us. And we hope you have a beautiful night. Namaste.